if you've had perfect creamy risotto before, you'll know there's one catch, that typically you've got to stand over the hob and stir and stir and stir for 25 to 30 minutes. But this Tefal Actifry Multicook makes a bold claim that we can make a risotto in 25 minutes and we'll let the machine do all the stirring. So what I want to do today is put it to the test. Can we get a beautiful creamy risotto without standing over the hob for 25 minutes? And I'm simply going to be following the recipe that came in the quick start guide with the machine. So, have all the ingredients already prepped. It says that it's going to take us 25 minutes, so let's get cooking. So just a quick rundown of the ingredients. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, half an onion chopped, and approximately 70 grams of chopped mushrooms, sliced mushrooms. We then have 150 grams of Arborio rice. We then have 50 ml of dry white wine, 540 millilitres of vegetable stock. We've then got, it calls for 10 grams of Parmesan cheese. I've done there a little bit extra there for sprinkling afterwards, and we're going to be seasoning with salt and pepper. So first things first, we're going to turn the machine on, and then we're going to select the risotto program. So we just scroll through and come to risotto on the multi-cook, sets it for 20 minutes. The booklet says 25, so we will increase the time and then we'll press start. So it says to add the oil first, so we're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of oil, and then we add the chopped onion and the mushrooms. As you can see, the paddle is already stirring for us, which is great. All I'm going to do is just make sure that we keep everything knocked down. And it says to cook this for 2 to 3 minutes. We're only a minute in, and I think you can probably already hear the onions are sizzling. So now it's time to add the rice. And the instructions say to just let this cook for 1 minute. That's what we'll do. The next job is to add the wine and to let this cook for a couple of minutes. As you could see, there was a little bit of rice and onion caught on the top there. We're just knocking that off. So the wine has had a couple of minutes to cook off the alcohol. Now we add the stock. Smelling rather good. I'm just going to scrape the sides down. So it's not completely hands-free, but so far I'm not being the one that's stirring. And it tells you to close the lid and cook for the next 17 to 19 minutes. So that's me hands off now, all done. We will then be back to add the cheese approximately a minute before we're done, together with the seasoning. Just one thing that I wanted to point out, which I have noted in a previous video, that is, there is an awful lot of steam being generated, which makes sense when we're cooking risotto. There's a lot of liquid to evaporate, but again, this is why I like to place this machine on the hob underneath the extractor fan. Makes life nice and simple and keeps the kitchen steam free. So in about 3 minutes we're going to be back to add the cheese. Okay, so I'm going to add the cheese. Okay, there's quite a bit of liquid there. It's in the lid. Looking good though. Let's add that cheese. just calls to add pepper, and some freshly ground black pepper. I'm presuming the saltiness is coming from the Parmesan cheese. I'll just try it for salt. Actually, it's good for salt. It's going to add a little bit more black pepper. I have to say this has been incredibly straightforward. I've been able to walk away from the machine and just allow it to keep cooking. Obviously the proof is going to be in the pudding, and that's going to be the taste test, so we are not far away now. Now, the all-important taste test. Okay, wow. That's very surprising. It's still actually a little bit al dente, which is just how I like it. There's bags of flavour there. This is actually really good. Not restaurant style quality, obviously, but actually perfectly good for a weeknight tea. And if you wanted to make it for the family, you're literally just doubling the ingredients to have enough for four. So all in all, this is a win.